JavaScript doesn't have classes internally, though it has a class keyword. But when we create a class, it actually creates a function object along with its prototype. Now, it also allows us to go ahead and inherit or extend classes. What it does is creates more function objects, but in this case, it connects their prototypes. When we create objects, these objects go through prototype chaining to find properties and methods. So if you say I deposit, it looks for deposit here, doesn't find it, goes here, doesn't find it, goes here, finds it, and executes this one, which is the base class. However, if we say withdraw, it starts searching for it here, doesn't find it, goes here, finds it. So it doesn't go any further, executes this one. Now this makes it look very much like regular class-based object-oriented language. So here is the same example. You deposit and withdraw, extending the class and overriding the method. So if we create an object of savings account, run it, we see that the balance has gone down to 0. But in savings account, we expect a minimum balance of 1000, and the moment we say savings account, we start getting exceptions saying insufficient balance. But how about doing this without classes, using only constructor functions? So here is an equivalent constructor function called account, a static property, two prototype methods, deposit and withdraw, and we are creating an account object. Let's run this. Works well. It's printing the count, which is now 1. Prints the object. The balance has gone down to 0. So how do we do extends using just constructor functions? So first of all, we would say savings account, account number, holder's name and balance. Now there is no extends here in this syntax. So what we do now is make a call to the account class, passing this as the argument along with account number, holder's name and balance. This is equivalent to super that we have in class-based syntax. Now let's go create a savings account and try to run this. It doesn't, because it says Ike is not a function. This connection has not been made, and because this connection has not been made, it cannot find withdraw and deposit. So let's go back, take a look. We could say savings account prototype proto is account dot prototype. What are we trying to do? We are trying to do this. We are saying saving account prototype's parent should point to the prototype of account so that when we ask for withdraw or deposit, it can climb up this prototype chain and find it. So let's go and run it now. It works. However, proto is non-standard and we should not be using it. Instead, JavaScript provides us with set prototype of, where we can give the derived and the base. So in this case, we are going to say savings account prototype should point to account.prototype. Now let's run this and it works fine. However, this inheritance will not work for function objects, only their prototype, because when we try to get savings account count, it gives us undefined. Now count has been defined in account, but we haven't made this connection yet. We have made this connection. Let's make this as well. So if you go here and repeat this object dot set prototype of, now this time we would say connect the account object, sorry, savings account object to account. We would notice that this value also starts working. So what these two are doing is connecting the function object to its parent and function object's prototype to its parent. Finally, overriding that method, so we are going to say savings account prototype withdraw is function amount, and this is where we are going to check whether we have 1000 rupees as the minimum balance. So we'll say this dot balance minus amount. If it is less than 1000, then throw new error saying insufficient balance. Otherwise, we need to go to super. So in this case, we would say account dot withdraw, call this with amount. So this is like saying super dot withdraw amount. Now we have put in 2000 rupees and we are trying to withdraw 2000. This would result in an error which says insufficient balance. So there we have it. Inheritance using functions rather than classes requires three things: connect the prototypes, connect the function objects, and then make calls to base class.